Live from the unknown theater and Better Horizon worlds. Tonight, we have Pipe Dreams and Crooked Conversations with your hosts, Windmajik and B-Ligerent.
Hello!
Yay!
Welcome to the unknown theater!
Yay! Are you ready, kids?
Hi, Captain!
I'm not gonna sing it.
Oh, please do.
Sorry.
I don't know how to sing it, and you wouldn't want me to. It wouldn't sound like singing.
Yeah.
It would sound like I was stepping on a cat's tail.
Let's hear it.
No, I wouldn't do that. Everybody would leave.
We could take a poll and get a song picked out for you, and we'll just sing a song. No big deal. Sing a song. Everybody, right?
No.
No. You don't have to sing
You
a song.
sing a song, B. You are the musician.
Sing a song. I don't know any.
Yeah, you do.
I hum a lot.
Okay. Well, I've been known to hum.
Hey, this is Pipe Dreams, Crooked Conversations. You're gonna hear bangers like that all night long. This is just a talk show. We're gonna go indefinitely. An hour, fuck it, 2 hours, 3 if you're hanging around. Let's go 3. Let's pull an all-nighter. I'll call in sick to work. Let's do the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's an interview show. We have a special guest that we'll introduce maybe in a second. I don't know. I don't like to spoil the surprise right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been
By the way,
advertising it on the socials, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite in an inhalated mood. I've smoked a lot of weed, so it's going to be so fun. And I have no questions, so they're going to all be from the ether. You know what I mean? From my muse above in Dimension 7.
You said your muse above and you pointed to Ash Cash. Is she your muse?
Hi, Ash Cash, my muse. Yep, she's here. Hi, Ash Cash. Finally, you've shown yourself from the 7th dimension. It's great to see you.
Well, I had a good week.
Sweet.
I got a new car.
A new car.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And it's so bright yellow.
Oh.
It's like a lemony, limey yellow, like neon yellow.
Sweet.
Yeah. I will never lose it in a parking garage or a parking lot. Or if I'm up in outer space or something, I am never going to lose this fucking car. It is that bright.
I saw a picture. I thought it was like a poison dart frog. That's pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of that color.
Yeah.
It's kind of that color. So yeah, it was a good week. Because I get really stressed. I get really fucking stressed about cars.
I would be unstressed getting a new one. I feel like the stress will go away. Like my stress is my shit not working. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what my stress was, and not knowing how to fix it, and not knowing if I'm going to be driving around some back road in Vermont and have my car die, and I've got no cell phone service and a dead car, and it's just been a comedy of errors with this fucking car. I got snow tires put on, and I had just bought all new tires in October for my car, like regular, like all weather tires. And then when I got my snow tires put on, I asked them to, save my other tires, put them in my trunk.
Yeah.
The fucker threw my tires away. He threw them away. So don't anybody go to Tire Warehouse in Rutland, Vermont, because the dude is a dick.
Slam.
Oh, when I went in there to complain to him, do you know what he said to me? He said, yeah, I bet you're one of those people that complains if the cable guy is 15 minutes late. I was like, what? Like the proper response to that would have been, I'm sorry for throwing away your tires. So then I start a new job and I go down and I'm parked like near a sketchy area and my catalytic converter got stolen out of my car.
Yeah.
And then I'm driving and it starts like skipping, like it was a transmission thing, and I'm just like, I'm done with this car. I was so stressed
Yeah.
I was. So it was a good week. I have not had that stress anymore. It was wonderful. So how was your week, B?
It was pretty, it was lots of sports.
You were abducted by aliens this week?
No,
Oh,
not this week.
goodness.
No, not this week.
Thank goodness.
No, no. I had a run in. Had a weird experience at the airport this week. I guess I could talk about. It's kind of strange.
Okay.
Yeah. I was at there. I'm a courier, and I had a delivery to the airport, and I was in. I had to go through the main terminal, and I got to these escalators I had to take down, and as I stepped on the escalator, the lady next to me, her foot like turned, and she ran into me, and we stumbled down the.
Oops. Bum, bum, bum.
What? You just stumbled.
What happened?
Talk about timing.
And I landed, I was like on the bottom of the stairs, like, and she's putting her boobs back in her dress. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? I'm like, that shit, I'm so sorry. And like, I look up and I'm like, oh, aren't you?
What? I know they're having storms in Minnesota right now, but what the fuck, B? Are you there? B?
Starred in lots of movies, you know what I mean? Like, she's a celebrity, so like,
Are you having internet issues?
No.
Oh. Okay,
No.
well, okay, go ahead.
Why? Okay, so, the money that she gave me, I was like, fuck, I can use this to fix my truck, or I can go to the strip club. So I went to the strip going like, I just went up to the front and I just put it all fucking down like that, $3,000, and just put it all down like that. And like all the girls came up and they're all.
I think I see intentional coining.
Yes.
I'm not allowed in Stearns County anymore. What? Sorry, what?
Nice.
Wow, that was a great
Yeah.
story.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a crazy day.
Yeah. What did the strippers do?
What do you mean? I just told us. I just talked about it.
You were a coin for a lot of it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, watch the video. I don't know. You'll have to watch the video.
I'll watch the video back.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right.
No
It
big
must
deal.
have been. Yeah. Well, did anything else exciting happen? You hosted the Binge show last night.
Oh yeah, I hosted the Beta show last night. Completely unprepared with no jokes written. Frantically like, come on, think of something totally stupid. And I thought I was pretty successful. Thinking of something pretty stupid.
That being stupid.
I come up with some stupid shit, so it was a good time. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for performing up there. It was great. A story about like I missed a lot of it.
My story about you missed a lot of it.
Yeah.
About running into my ex's mother in the grocery store. That's fucking awkward.
That's right.
Yeah. She doesn't like me. And I don't really like her. So, but like, don't you hate it though? Has that ever happened to you?
What's that?
Where you run into somebody and you see them and they see them, and you see them see you.
Yeah.
So you know you have to acknowledge seeing them.
Yeah.
And you don't want to.
Yeah.
I just think that you shouldn't have to. I just think
I'm
that
a dork.
if you
I just acknowledge immediately.
do,
I just go immediately. I just go for it. Fuck. I don't like the awkwardness. Sorry to interrupt you. You asked me a question.
True, but I'm always awkward anyway. So, in a situation like that, the extreme awkward comes out. because it goes like mind blank, and I start rummaging through all the files and stuff and trying to flip through the files and see what I'm supposed to say, and I can't. So I just say the first thing that comes into my head.
Like what?
And, well, when because I said hello, and she immediately just launched into something about him, like issues or whatever that he's having. And I was just like, if he had been a blowjob, it could have all been avoided.
Yeah. That's a good thought.
Yeah, but it came out of my mouth audibly.
Should have came into hers.
And it should have came into hers. Exactly, King. Exactly.
That is a good finish for that story. Well done, King.
So I'm thinking it is time to bring up our guest. What do you think?
All right, let's bring up our guest.
Okay, I would like to bring up our guest. He is the first person I met from the Unknown Theater. He greeted me on 4/20 a year ago at Smokin' Jay's Lounge. And he is also the host, one of the co-hosts of Binge Nation. Let's welcome to the stage King Nothing.
Yay!
Yay, King Nothing! Are you muted or something?
No, I'm here.
Are you blushing?
No, just here.
That's right.
Just here.
You're
here. Not high.
No, God,
I
no.
think you're the only non-stoner we've ever had as a guest. Well, I mean, Emmy's not a stoner, but I mean, she likes.
She's more of a stoner than I am.
Well, you're not a stoner at all.
No.
Not even one special day where you're on a special program.
No.
I'm just playing.
I have that to do those things. What is it? Responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck responsibilities, King. So, King, I have to ask. I've wondered this, and I don't think I've ever asked you. How did you come to be at the Unknown Theater?
Oh, what was that? Year ago? 2 years ago, maybe? I don't know. When I came in because I decided to put my VR headset on after 3 years. And so I came in I was doing like Beat Saber and shit like that. But I decided to come in. I'm at a Horizon World because it was free and I like free stuff. So I went over to another comedy club. I forget the name of it though. I actually met Green there for the very first time. But then I came on like a couple days later. I was like, okay, well, let's go back to the comedy club and laugh. But they didn't have nothing going on, but there was stuff going on at this one. So I came in and it was the pro show on Thursday. And Faisal was here doing his set, but they were all about to leave and I'm just hanging out, whatever. And he's like, you need to come to Binge Nation and you need to watch She-Hulk. It's happening Tuesday. Watch it this weekend. So I'm like, all right, why not? I got nothing better to do this weekend. So I binged She-Hulk in like 2 days. And they didn't have the show on Tuesday.
Oh, no.
But they had another comedy that Thursday, so I went to that one. They're like, we're having it this week. They're having it this week. It was like 3 weeks before they actually talked about She-Hulk.
Oh, Jesus. And you had binged it all in one weekend.
Exactly. But then just kind of kept coming, I guess, like everybody else who gets sucked into this world.
Yeah. People do seem to enjoy coming back. So why you do Binge Nation?
Yes.
But you've never considered doing stand-up?
Nope, not one iota. Never had a desire. Nope.
But you enjoy improv?
I thought I would enjoy it more. But I think I prefer watching.
Okay.
I don't perceive myself to be a entertainer, if you will.
See, that's a prerequisite for being on the show. You have to do a hot 3 minutes up here. So
yeah.
And then
I don't know. I'll give you a little time to come up with something. 3 minutes or so.
No, I have no desire whatsoever. I kind of like being in the background.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you're not in the background tonight. So.
No, it's Yeah.
You're gonna get hit up on so many DMs after this.
Well, too, he's got like the cute little innocent boy looking avatar too.
I feel it's weird
You
having
have
the brown
it's
hair.
kind of like you have the but the kind of the little nerdy look going on.
I enjoy
It's
my
cute.
nerd. I embraced it after high school. I'm like, you know what? This is who I is.
Were you a nerd in school?
Oh God, yeah.
Like what type of nerd?
I'm more of the outskirts. Well, back in the '90s, they called us grunge, so we didn't hang
Okay.
out. We weren't popular. Not the D&D type, but I was huge into Star Trek. But I kept that to myself.
Okay.
I would say more of a closet nerd in the classical sense, but still an outcast.
Okay.
Self-imposed, of course. I just didn't care.
But now, you're in IT, right?
Yes.
So were you into like computers when you were in?
My father, back in '85, got a Atari computer. I don't know if you remember
Oh yeah.
those. He got one for Christmas from my grandmother. And a couple of years later, I was like, I want to play. Can I play with it? He's like, yeah, here you go. I hooked it up to the TV, and I'm like, well, what do you do? There's no games. He goes, you got to program them. So he got me a book, and I learned how to do basic programming and program. I'd spend hours programming a game to play for like 15 minutes, and then we didn't have the tape deck yet to save it. Yeah, they had. It was tape deck before the large floppies.
Yeah.
So I basically programmed a game for 2 hours, played it for like 15 minutes, shut the whole thing off, and then did it all again a couple days later. But ever since then, I've been into computers. I wanted to be a game tester, and then a programmer. Then it just went to going to school to get the degree and the certifications to get a job, and then moved up to management somehow. I still don't know how I've pulled that one.
Good job, though.
Yeah, I mean it's better pay, but not as much puzzle solving as the being your basic IT guy.
Okay, so in the movie of your life, when you become famous, after this becomes famous, who's gonna play you?
Who's gonna? Oh,
yeah,
I have
like
no
what actor?
idea. No, I don't know. Who do I want to play me?
Yeah, sure. Who do you want to play you? I mean, you Binge Nation, you're in the movies, so I know you like to watch.
Now I'm on the spot. I can't remember his name. He's my favorite actor. Played Sirius, played Dracula.
Dracula.
I can't remember his name. He played Sirius
Danny
in Harry
DeVito.
Potter. No. Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, he's my favorite actor because I watched him in so many movies and I can never remember who he is until like halfway through the movie. I'm like, wait, that's Gary Oldman. Have you ever seen
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah, Bram Stoker.
Yes. Okay.
Didn't even know he was in there for like years and years. Fifth Element. He played Zorg. Didn't know that was him when I watched the movie. So yeah, that's why I like him.
He's kind of a chameleon too.
Yeah.
So, so that's who's going to play you.
Yeah. Why not? If I could pick somebody.
That's a good choice. I would have Jessica Rabbit play me. I always thought Jessica Rabbit was kind of
the red hair. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, and I got red hair. She'd have to have curly hair.
I'm sorry, but I see you more of a Helen Carter.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yes. B, who would play you in the movie of your life?
Nobody. Just me.
Just you? You're going to play yourself?
Impossible. Yeah, impossible.
So it's going to be Belligerent as himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet.
It's the only way to do it.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy that got arrested for dealing weed out of the school, but it wasn't actually him? He got in trouble because Walter White. It was the janitor.
I don't know if I remember the character now.
I always thought of you as the guy, like the behind the scenes of what his life was like.
That's funny. I guess it's kind of accurate. I don't know.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know.
I've got a
Hey, you
question
guys
for you.
picked
So,
me.
like,
I never said I was that interesting.
oh, this
Well,
is good.
you
No.
know.
See, I'm building my own questions as we go here. So, like, let me ask you something. So, like, you said you're a nerd or whatever, right? Star Trek. Star Trek.
In a way, yeah. I have my own nerdy. I think everybody's a nerd in one way or another. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah, everybody.
But see, you.
And you're
Sorry,
into
go ahead.
IT, right? You're into IT.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you're really into like what the James Webb telescope. What it's been.
Oh,
finding
I
out.
was utterly fascinated with that, actually.
Yeah. There was one. There's one picture I want to ask you about in particular, and it was like, there was like Sirius, you know, where the aliens came that made us.
Okay.
And then like there's Sirius, and then like if you go over a little bit, you can see like if you zoom in, and this has been all over Reddit, space Reddit. If you zoom in, there's like this name, and like you Google it, and like it lists Star Trek characters alphabetically, and like it's if you click on it, like your favorite one, it'll go back to this other website. And my question is to you is like in a nutshell, would you rather find a walnut or an almond?
A walnut, because
Walnut.
I want to go for the walnut tree.
Yeah. I know you're a walnut guy.
By the way, this is why I don't do drugs at all.
Why?
What? That's a real thing. That's all real. All pre-written down and ready to go. All right.
Which do you think was the best Star Trek series?
Okay.
Oh, I would have to say I grew up with Next Generation, so it's always been a special place. Like that's the go-to whenever I want to watch Star Trek. But what was the name of the Lower Decks came out, and I just enjoyed the callbacks they would have, the little hidden things from all the other series. It felt like the nerds show, or fan of the show. So I still go back and watch it and catch little things that they would say or do or stuff like that. Yeah, we'll just stick with Generation, just overall.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Although, when I think Star Trek, the picture that pops into my brain is the original Star Trek series, because that's what I grew up watching.
But that's what it is. It's what you grew up with. I could imagine other people just like the new ones going, "Oh, Discovery is the best," or whatever they're into.
Yeah.
And it's like.
But
I'm behind on Discovery. There's so many things going across the interwebs, and I'm like, don't tell me. I need to watch it.
I haven't.
Remember the Trebles?
Troubles with Tribbles.
Why didn't they try to cook them and eat them?
Well, they were just mostly fluff.
Well, they could burn
they
them
were
also.
just little balls of fur. There wouldn't have been much.
They could also put them in that fucking machine that makes you.
I think they were mostly like,
and then you go to another place and shit. You know
breeding material. I would always imagine that like eating a placenta, because that's all they do is breed.
Oh, the beam me up, shit. What's the beamer? They got the beamer.
Teleport.
They could just toss all the fucking. Keep tossing them in the beamer.
You mean put them in the transporter room?
Yeah, the beam me downs. They could beam them down.
They transport.
Beam them down, Scotty. Beam them down. Aye, Captain. Sorry. What?
That's how they got rid of them. They gave them over to the Klingons.
That's right. I would have ate them.
Klingons probably did.
So, I have a very important question for you.
I hate these type of questions.
A question that I ask everybody that comes on the show. If you were granted one superpower, what would it be?
I've actually thought about this because I like superheroes like Batman. Batman's always been my favorite. But if I had to
Marvel
have
or DC? Oh, okay.
DC, always DC.
Never mind. You just answered.
I would say
I'm more of a Marvel person.
super speed.
Super speed. So you want to be the Flash.
Yep, the Flash. I want to be fast.
Okay.
But I would never use it for good or bad. I would just use it for myself.
Or nothing.
I would just get shit done really quick so I could go do what I wanted to do.
Oh my.
See, but if you could teleport, would you teleport just your head, or would you teleport your whole body?
Your whole body.
See, I'm kind of taking a poll, is what I'm doing. B.
Well, I have a new one anyway. It's fine.
Well, see, that's why I picked super speed because it takes care of everything else. You pretty much have all the powers then.
He said he wants to teleport, but only his head because he doesn't really want to go anywhere.
Well, that's the fun part about teleporting. You could go there, and then when you're done, you can come back. This is why I go into VR.
I do like that about VR.
Oh, my battery's dying. Gotta go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay, super speed is a good one. Super speed is good. What is your new one?
My new one would be to if I touch somebody right with my index finger on their forehead, I learn one super dark secret about them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But what would you do with it?
Dark.
And so I can like threaten people with it, like, I'll touch you on your forehead. You know what I mean? And then they'd be like, all right, fine, take the cash. I'd be like a villain, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use my superpower for anything good. Well, no, I would use it for good because what I would do is I would teleport myself into like these bank vaults and stuff, and I would rob people blind, but then I would like use it all to like end like the homeless problem, and like there would be like sports programs in every public school and they would be amazing, and there would be music programs in every school and they would be amazing. Like that's what I would use it for. I would be like a modern day Robin Hood.
Instead of grass on people's lawns, it would be weed.
There would be like hemp, marijuana, bamboo, solve all the world's like problems, textile problems and stuff.
You can make rope out of it, all right?
Yeah, that's what I would do. So I wouldn't use it for pure evil, and I would only steal from very wealthy people.
Well, where would be the limit?
What do you mean, where would be the limit?
Well, once you steal from the wealthy people, they're no longer wealthy.
Well, I wouldn't steal all of their wealth. I would steal, I could steal wealth from like Elon fucking Musk. Like he's going to notice if I steal $1 billion or $2 billion. You know? He's not even going to freaking notice.
But you give it to the right person and they invest it and now they become the billionaire.
Yeah, but I'm the right person, but I would do good with it.
No, that's fine. No, I'm sorry. But would you steal from the person that you gave money to who became a billionaire from the money you gave them?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd steal from Elon Musk. I'd steal from Bezos. I'd steal from what's his name? The guy. This one, Zuckerberg. This one. The god. I'm looking up like he's a god or something.
The guy I already gave money to. I'm going to give more money to.
Yeah. I would probably do that. You know, it would because it would keep the cycle going.
Would you steal from Oprah?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Would you steal from?
I would.
Martha Stewart.
From Martha Stewart. No,
what?
Probably not Martha Stewart. She already served her time.
Oh.
And she's cool. She hangs with Snoop Dogg.
I think Snoop Dogg hangs out with her.
You think?
Yeah.
You think they have something going?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
I was going to say that sounds a little gross.
I think he thinks of her like his grandmother he never had or something like that.
You've never seen the sex tape?
I have no doubt that you've seen something that you thought was the sex tape.
So if you could hang out for a day with any 3 people, alive or dead, anybody, who would they be?
And what's your favorite color?
And what's your favorite color?
That one was easy. That's green lately. I moved from black for over many years to green.
Black.
People, I used to be big into black growing up.
Okay,
and
black
then,
is the absence of color.
Depends on what you're talking about. In art, it's all color.
Well, that's true.
In nature, it's no color, but it's the opposite with white. And this is what happens when you're a nerd and read too much. Famous people.
Does it have to be famous people?
Well, no. Benjamin Franklin in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I'm currently fascinated. I have this big book that I'm reading through about Benjamin Franklin and how he does things and thinking and what he's done. Other people, I don't know. Have to be real, fake?
Well, I guess they could be imaginary people.
I would pick myself as one of them then.
You want to hang out with yourself?
Past or future. Yeah.
Okay.
Visit what I would, get to see as I am today, what I was then. Like my interpretation of myself then, or
did you ever see The Time Traveler's Wife?
No.
Did you ever watch that? Okay.
Can't say I have. It sounds like a chick flick.
He kind of, the movie was, then there was a series, and he kind of, he jumped, he would all of a sudden jump in time and stuff to different times in his life, and like he actually met himself as like a teenager or something. But like
I would find that fascinating.
He was close in age to himself. And so he had sex with himself.
Yeah, we're not going to go that far.
And he's like, it's not really being, it's like, and his father was like, are you gay? And he's like, no, Dad, it was myself. It's kind of like I was masturbating.
No, I'm glad that myself would probably think through my entire life that we would never do that.
No.
Not
at any age.
No.
Not even as a teenager.
No.
I mean, you said you were a nerd, so you weren't really probably getting any.
No, I wasn't, but I still wouldn't be that desperate.
No.
What if your future self came and asked you?
Yeah, and then that becomes weird even more. Is that like robbing the grave or pedophilia of thyself?
Well, no, I mean, like if you were okay, so what if like yourself 20 years in the future came and they said, hey, you know what? Ever since you were on Pipe Dreams and Crooked Conversations that time, I have been thinking about having sex with myself.
No, it still wouldn't happen.
Still wouldn't happen, huh?
No, not unless I became trans for some reason.
Huh.
Then it might be a
cardboard cutout.
consideration. Well, then that wouldn't be myself. It'd be a piece of cardboard.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
Sounds like one of Crow's jokes with the TV or the tablet of Scarlett Johansson on his wife's head.
Did you see Scarlett Johansson is suing
AI, ChatGPT, I think it was, yeah.
AI because the voice sounds too much like her voice did in that weird movie where the guy walked around with
her,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he walked around with his Siri in his pocket and he like kind of fell in love with his Siri.
No, can't say I've seen that one.
Yeah, that was a weird movie. It was very bizarre.
But 3 people, I don't know about a third.
How about a VR version of yourself?
No. He's pretty boring. Unlike most people in VR, I keep my introvertness and keep to myself still. I don't become somebody I'm not. As you can see, I basically look like this.
I have a fish suit for real. Just kidding.
I don't doubt
Do you?
No.
That would be really funny.
I'm sure you want one though.
I basically dress like this, except for I don't really wear little like belly shirts. but they didn't. Is this one like all the way down? I can't see.
No, it's all the way. You're tucked in.
I'm tucked in. Oh, okay. Then I am. Yeah, this is pretty much how I dress. When I'm not at work.
Third person, we'll go with Jesus. Why not?
Really?
I mean, it's the world's biggest religion. You kind of want to find out if what the deal was.
Oh,
like what?
He'd be so pissed. Are you kidding me?
Well,
he
like,
would be so fucking pissed.
I think it'd be fascinating to know, like, hey, like what's the deal? Like, what happened really? Like, what was the message? What were you getting at before man got involved? Yeah, there you go. There's my 3. I'll have to think on that one a little bit.
Didn't you watch the movie? That's what
Which
said.
Mel Gibson's?
I don't know. Aren't there a bunch of them? Jesus of Nazareth.
Yeah.
I just remember going to see the Mel Gibson one and being really upset because people wouldn't
Jesus
stop crying.
Christ Superstar.
That's before my time.
Well, it was before mine too, but my husband.
No, it wasn't. That was like 77, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I was 7 years old. I turned 7 in 7.
Didn't you grow up in a Catholic family?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that like mandatory viewing?
No. Conservative. Catholics.
Too hippie.
Yeah. Way too hippie. Okay, my mom's hero was Ronald Reagan.
Oh, God. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I would have been such a disappointment to her. Yeah, he was her hero. So no. But my husband grew up in the 60s, and so he was very familiar with Jesus Christ Superstar, and he had the CD, and he used to play it constantly.
Yeah, my father was into it. I didn't get into it.
Mm.
It was too weird for me at that age.
So you do like woodworking?
Yes, I do.
Stuff. Yep. You do a lot of that. I see you make some really amazing things.
It's not, to me, it's not. It's more of a hobby. Like, I don't want to become a job out of it, so I just build whatever I want to build. I'd love to get into it more, but, work, family, don't have that much time. I'm trying currently to build or finish the desk for my wife. I finished her bookcase, and I want to finish her desk.
Nice.
I built my desk, which is fantastic to be work from home. And I got an executive desk, like 5.5 feet long.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen some stuff. How did you get into that?
I actually started watching YouTube videos. Oh, gee, bless you.
It went away.
Welcome back. I was watching YouTube videos. There's a guy called Ramsey. I forget his first name off the top of my head. And I was also watching Blacksmith, Alex Steele. So, I was learning about woodworking. I was learning about blacksmithing. And I talked to my wife, and I was like, I want to get into one of these. And she's like, well, you're not setting fire to the house, and you don't like the summertime, so you're not going to be able to do blacksmithing. I'm like, okay. Can I go to Lowe's and get tools? I want to build something. So my first project was actually 3 boards on my wall in my kitchen to hang my cast iron pans.
Okay.
And I did that all in my basement in a little corner just because I didn't have any room in the garage at the time. And it went from there. I would find a project I wanted to make. I got the lessons how to, beginner woodworking from this Ramsey guy. And every project I'd buy a new tool until, I don't know if you guys seen my picture of my garage. I got tools all over the walls, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Okay.
But everybody's like, hey, can you build me this? Or, what would it cost to build that? And I'm like, I'm not building it. This is a hobby. I do not want to make it a job. Anything I've done for fun that became work, I never wanted to touch it again, except for computers. That was the only thing that I'm okay with.
Well, there's so much you can do with computers, That's not work. That's entertainment.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm looking forward to my kids to get old enough to start playing video games and to get back into buying an Xbox or Nintendo, and I just don't have the time to do that with them because they could care less about technology at the moment, except for Bluey or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing though.
And it's summertime, so we're outside all day long.
Nice.
On the farm.
No farm development. We decided when we got married that she wanted kids, and we said, okay, if you want kids, then we're going to live like in a nicer area so they have people to play with and friends to go to. Now, if it was up to me, I'd be in the middle of nowhere. So
you're in the burbs.
Yeah, I would go with that. Yeah, it's weird being growing up in the city, like getting up and like, okay, I'm just going to go down the street for, and pick up everything I need for the week versus, okay, we need to plan this out, everything written out. Let's drive a half an hour to where we need to go to get what we need or spend more money if you go closer.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much how I am. I mean, I live out and I have to
which
drive.
is which?
Which is what?
Things are farther away if you live in the country. That's what you're saying?
Well, it's not the country. It's just the area that we live in. It's real close to the Mennonites and Amish and whatnot. So Sunday, the entire, like for half an hour in every direction, is closed.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I live in a city, and sometimes, depending on what time of day, it can take you forever to get somewhere as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been up near you.
Yeah.
St. Cloud I was at. And Minnesota is not a place I'd like to go to.
Wow. Okay.
I've never sat in front of a light for 5 minutes.
What?
I'm not lying to you. You get out, you drive, and then you sit at a light and you're like, okay.
I don't know which intersection you speak of, but
It was like over an hour. It was like 4.5 minutes before that light changed.
It was probably a side street going on crossing a highway.
No, it was on the highway.
On the highway.
Yeah, there's I guess whatever road goes right through St. Cloud up to.
That means it's optional.
Yeah, wow.
It's optional light. It means look both ways and go.
It's merely a suggestion.
Right.
Sounds like here.
So, Crow, I have to. You have any questions for King? Well, he's on the spot.
He said he was going to do a hot 3 here pretty soon.
Yeah, not so
yeah.
much.
A hot 3.
Yeah.
I wish I would have thought of something really embarrassing.
Oh,
you mean like Damien beating me at golf for the first time?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He was like,
oh my God,
shaking,
so stressed. Don't ask me why. I have no idea why. It's usually just Crow and I who play golf, and we'll go back and forth. It got to the point where we don't even we check the score, but it's not important to us. But whenever we get somebody else involved, it's like we watch them start their points go up and see how close to one of our scores if we're having a bad day. And Damien just got better and better to the point where he's up there with the rest of us that play all the time.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right.
Yeah, it was impressive. Congrats on him.
Good for him. I'm not very good at golf. In case you didn't notice.
Well, I think you guys, I know Belligerent, I just found out today that they're making a Fraggle Rock course.
Really?
Yeah. Fraggle Rock, Dark Crystal, Elvis, and I forget the four. Wallace and Gromit are the next planned ones.
Oh my goodness!
Do you actually know Wallace and Gromit?
I don't know Wallace and Gromit. I know Fraggle
Nobody
Rock.
knows
though.
Wallace and Gromit.
I know Wallace and Gromit.
Thank you, Wee Woolies. Isn't that going to be cute?
Yeah, it's like stop animation.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Fraggle Rock was coming out. That I just found out about Elvis the other day, and Wynn and I both agree that they need to have a toilet and was it peanut butter and banana
sandwich?
Better be hidden around somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
They're fucking better.
So, if what would surprise if you could go back to like 10 years old?
Oh, I have to remember
And-
10. Holy hell.
Okay. Go
Okay,
back
I'm
to
there.
13.
1980,
Okay.
13. Okay.
You know, between 10, 13, awkward ages for, I think, boys and
Just
girls.
trying to remember that year.
So
Before the incident.
So before the incident. Yes, before the incident. What would surprise your 10-year-old self the most about you now?
Oh gosh, I would say if you mean like now, if I got to like see myself now, today.
Yeah. What would surprise you the most?
I hope my wife went to bed. That the woman I ended up with, versus where I was at that age and how I thought of myself and the other way I perceived other people thought of me, to see the person I ended up with at this time. Also where I would end up in my professional life, to know that I could make it to that point. And plus all the technology that I would tell him about, that he would go from, he went from
You got to get in on this, and you've got to get in on this.
stressing over getting Nintendo for Christmas because his rich friend at the time already had one, and that's the only way he played it, to knowing that he's going to have like the latest VR headset, well, good headset, we're not counting Apple bullshit, and playing with a damn thing on his head.
Yeah.
At his age, for what you said, 10, 30 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, you know, still doing that. I would go with those three.
Okay.
Is that a segue to that other question you asked about going back in time and having sex with your younger self?
Yeah, that wouldn't happen. Still not gonna happen.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Unrelated. All right, good.
I always like the you know, if you ever got to go back in time and see, you know, what would you tell yourself? Like, I always considered it as you're gonna go through some shit, but don't worry about it. You'll end up on top. You'll end up being happy and good. Everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Versus that whole 10 to 16, 17 timeline.
Yeah. Yeah. The teenage years.
Were
Were you angsty?
No, I wouldn't. No, I mean, I like the angst music of the 90s, but not really. I think I went through a I don't give a shit time, if you will.
So you were like stoic.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
just didn't care. Didn't care no more. And then I met a girl.
Of course.
You know, and then that kind of changed the way things were thought of and whatnot. But I would go with the geeky, unpopular kid and worried about, you know, shit that you didn't need to worry about. You know the episode of Star Trek when they all become kids again.
Oh yeah.
And what Troy tells Picard, you know, not having a chance to grow up again with all the pains of adolescence. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I always love that line. Not a nerd. Not a nerd.
Yeah, a little bit of fun, a little bit of. Yeah, but you know what? You grew up during a time though when being a nerd was okay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think it wasn't until high school that the cliques. So you know.
Yeah,
you know, you get the junior
kind of
high,
gravitate towards each other,
and then that was also an experience. You know, going through finding the people that were like you in essence. You know.
Yeah.
Wow, this is too melodramatic.
There wasn't a lot of people. What's that?
This is getting a little melodramatic, I think.
Well, no. B, did you fall asleep over there?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm not a pothead.
The first time you cried. The first time
my
you cried. father
smacked the shit out of me.
Time you cried.
If that person on that day met the person the first day you hosted Binge Nation, what would they say to each other?
Well, the kid probably wouldn't say much. I don't think he could talk yet. And as for me, I probably it was probably because I got smacked and I probably deserved it.
Dang.
It's actually a funny story. I did something stupid. I don't know what it was. To this day, I still don't know what it was. But my father went to punish me for the first time. My mom's first baby, sort of thing. So he picked me up, put me over his knee, smacking my butt. And my mom's flipping out, freaking out. She's on his back, beating on him, like, don't do this to my baby. And we had a German Shepherd. And the dog attacked my father, swallowed, tried to bite his arm. So my dad chucks this dog across the house, throws my mom off his back. Mom didn't mind me getting smacked around a couple of times after that. Not because she was afraid of him, but I deserved it.
Damn, that wasn't a funny story.
But I mean, it was.
Wow.
I wasn't getting beaten. It's the classic.
Then my dad threw my mom across the room.
Well, I didn't say he threw. I said he took her off.
Waka waka waka.
He threw the dog.
See, are you I don't know, whatever. You're like the generation ahead of me. Yeah, but you're like,
I get that middle ground.
I'm like,
you're
older.
True Gen X.
I'm true Gen X, yeah. Like a teenager in the 80s, dressed like Madonna as a teenager, had big hair, a lot of Aquanet. Yeah, 80s. I forgot where the fuck I was going with that.
No.
That's the 80s.
I don't remember. Well, yeah, it's because I grew up in the 80s. I did.
I could say I grew up in the 80s, the whole decade.
But so, like, you never smoked pot in your whole life?
No, I never said that.
Oh, I thought you never had.
No, I don't like it, actually.
What?
The first time me and my buddy, we were stupid and didn't know how to roll a joint.
Okay.
But when we had good one, I remember not being able to feel my body and being very annoyed about that because I couldn't feel nothing.
Huh.
And then I almost chucked a guy out the window because he changed the radio for Metallica. And then I went downstairs and I watched a movie and I couldn't feel nothing. So I was like, yeah, I don't like this. And never did it again.
Your shit was laced, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like it was laced. It actually sounds like it was laced with like embalming fluid.
Oh God.
For real. I one time back in the 90s, a friend of mine gave me some that was laced with embalming fluid, and I didn't know it. And I took a couple hits and I was sick, but it felt like the world was buzzing, but I couldn't hear things right and I couldn't move.
No, it wasn't nothing like that.
Oh,
Just
okay.
couldn't feel. I didn't like it. But then again, it's like I just don't have no interest. I think my mind is fucked up enough. Yeah, we'll go with that. I was actually told I was told one time I'm not allowed to take acid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy was like, I was like, I would love to hallucinate. Let me, we're going to do, he's like, no. He goes, your imagination is way too chaotic. He's like, you're either going to have the greatest time of your life or we're going to have to get somebody to knock you out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I figured that was a good reason never to do anything.
Yeah, psychedelics, maybe you don't, yeah.
That's bad.
But no, I mean,
in the right setting, it'll be life changing.
I'm happy as it is.
Yeah.
Give me a drink. I'll be good. And I'm not saying I drink a lot. I'm like a once a month or whenever I feel the need. I'm like, I don't want to drink.
Huh.
You know how you like want a chocolate cake? You're like, you know what? I think I do.
I'm curious. Okay, now I'm very curious. So, like the once a month that you want to drink, does it coincide with like when your wife has her period? and then you mentioned chocolate cake, and I'm just wondering if there's chocolate cake around at the time.
Well, I do buy her. I'll go out and pick her up a bottle. This is my plan usually every time. Make sure you have ice cream a bottle of wine, and a Disney movie. Get the kids done, get the kids away, put the shit in front of her, say, "Are you good?" and head on out.
Do you have like an older brother or
Nope.
sister?
Nope.
Fuck. A mom? A dad?
I do have a mom. I do have a dad.
Are they still married though?
Yep. I'm one of the. Funny story. My wife's parents are married, original parents. No divorces, no remarries. Same thing with my parents. No divorces, no remarries. So during my wife and I's wedding, I came up with an idea that, you know how you do the first dance, you get up there and you dance with your wife for the first time. Mm-hmm. I mixed my parents' dance, or the first song, and her parents' first song, so that while me and my wife were dancing, it played into my parents' song. And so they came up and started dancing. Like, only the men knew. So my father grabbed my mother, and then after a few beats, the other song would come in for her parents' song. So we had our first dance with our parents, who were the original parents, that never had a divorce or nothing like that.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's really nice.
I'm proud of that little one. But yes, they're still married.
Oh. Uncles? I don't know.
I do have one uncle married. The other one, I'm definitely sure that you can't have him because he's not. He's classically, what do they call, mentally handicapped now.
Oh,
we grew up the other terms.
Oh, well, is he nice or though?
Oh, I mean, he's nice. I mean, he's around your, well, I don't know your true age, but he's up there now.
53.
Yeah, I think that's close.
Okay. All right. So.
But no one said they're like me.
Oh, never mind.
I learned from my mistakes. You know, I grew up with, or not grew up, it was something I learned is you're allowed to make a mistake once. You make it twice, you're just an idiot, or you're purposely not doing it correctly. So I learned through errors and finding out via the research. Again,
have you ever considered being a coach on how to be like a decent partner in a relationship? Because what you just said is to be like the ultimate thing in a relationship.
No, see, it's not.
But it is.
Getting wine, ice cream, and a Disney movie? No. Okay.
If you make a mistake once, and you realize that you fucked up and you hurt the person that you love, you don't want to make that mistake again because you know that it hurt them. After that, it's no longer a mistake. It's a decision. You're deciding, I'm okay with hurting the person that I claim to love. And that so many people, men and women alike, have not learned that's mutual respect.
The hardest thing I've learned that people do is they sugarcoat shit. Everything they talk about, anything that comes out of their mouth, you try not to hurt somebody's feelings. You try not to make them think bad of themselves. And my experience is be completely honest.
100%.
If they know you're not out to attack or hurt them, they'll more likely to listen to you. It does take some people time to understand when, I would have friends like, hey, my boyfriend is doing this and doing this. And I'm like, well, do you like him anymore? And they kind of look at me like, why would you ask that question? I'm like, do you like them? If you don't like this, why are you doing this? It takes people time to figure out that, this is what you should be hearing, not well, tell me your feelings and what do you think? It's like, no, get to the point.
Right. Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly. No, I agree with that. I think that you have to be willing to hurt somebody's feelings, not in a mean way, but if you need to be honest.
I just got a medical 3.
The stream has stopped.
Uh-oh.
I have to go wiggle Carl and get him back online if you want him back online.
Sure. It is 10 o'clock and we're still recording, so. It's all good.
So what you're trying to
But
say
I didn't
is
know this was going to turn into Dr. Phil. But
Well,
no, I just think
I
that's
told you
very
I'm not interesting, but I do have weird views of life.
It's so there's comedy, but I think it's also good to have actual real content too, and it's okay to have real conversations. They don't always have to be crooked.
Look, I told you I am not an entertainer.
No.
Sure, we'll be up on stage. I like the sofas.
I think that's great. No, I think that's great. I think that's a lot that a lot of people never learn.
No, it's a lot of lessons in life like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fall, you got to get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and then the hardest thing for anybody to do is move on. And I would say most of the people that you meet in your life don't fucking matter. You're never going to, if I took off my headset and never showed up again, everybody's going to be like, where's King? How's King? Where'd King go? But in 5 years, you'll never be another thought. So don't live for everybody else. Live for yourself.
I have a poster of you, man.
I mean, think about your friends from high school.
Well, my best friend I've been friends with since we were freshmen.
That's one person. What about all the other people you hung out with?
I have a couple people.
Coworkers?
I'm friends with a number of my previous coworkers.
I'm not friends with any of my coworkers.
The funny part is I became better friends with them after we were no longer coworkers. I actually became better friends with
I just always thought it's better to live for yourself and not worry about everybody else.
To a degree.
There's always
a degree.
I mean, becoming a father is a completely different experience, and it's in that mentality.
Yeah. I mean, there you have.
But it's
to
still
live
my
for somebody
choice.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're still responsible for these miniature humans.
For now.
For now. Yeah. But I mean, I would never I wouldn't hurt people
Oh no, not on purpose. No.
And if I do, I mean, I always apologize. I own the fact that, even if I don't understand why I hurt somebody or I can't relate to why they're hurting, I mean, I can still acknowledge that I hurt them and apologize for it. Things like that. I think it's important to be a good human and not go around hurting people, but no, I don't let people matter enough to me that they're going to destroy my life.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, I used to. I would never do that again.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can summarize what you both are saying.
Yes, please.
So if I understand, just summarize it for everybody. That was a lot. Let me unpack this. So
it was. That was a lot. We got really deep.
Love is not what you thought it would be, but to be thinking about love is to understand which unto others is. Love can be yourself truly, and you can be all you can be, right?
I was waiting for you to do the G.I. Joe theme there for a second.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, U.S. Army or something.
But the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Be all that you can be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be all you can. Wow.
Right.
Be
more like B.
B. What would belligerent do?
Mm-hmm. Ask yourself that.
Maybe I just met Jesus and I've been ignoring him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
He's got the beard.
Yeah,
and he's got the fish suit.
I have the hair.
Jesus was supposed to be a fisher of men, and he's got the fish suit. I mean, you think he's going to come back wearing robes and sandals? No,
you got to be in style.
Yeah, he's got the long hair.
I wear sandals today, but they're toe-covered sandals, as to not expose my gimpiness. You know what I mean?
I would, if I was missing digits, I would be showing them off to everybody for real.
Yeah, my foot. Hey, everybody, check out my foot.
I would be showing everybody. I would be like, look, for real, like I'm missing digits.
Just hold a picture up.
I would have to get one. I would have to do a bionic of something. no matter what it was.
I could have.
You have to.
Robotic toes?
Yeah.
I could have. They offered it.
Robotic toes.
Well, you don't have to be anything like high tech. Just whatever you would want it to be. I've seen guys with the missing digits,
But
and they
what the
just
fuck
have
would
like
you
a
do
little.
with bionic toes?
Oh, you could do a lot of stuff.
I mean, like I'm thinking, I'm hearing the noise in
Like,
my head.
I'm guessing it's the
Gentlemen, we can
your
rebuild
smallest
him.
your smallest digit on your foot.
So what?
Your smallest digit is gone. Your pinky toe.
No, it's like
No.
it's like the
Haven't you
it's
ever
like-
looked at the?
I don't
toe-
remember.
It's like big toes.
I don't stare that long.
Stump, big toe, stump, toe.
Oh, see that you can have like
That's
a
my password.
You can hold your emergency weed and a lighter right there.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, and look how long it takes you to clip your toenails. Like
20% less time.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I already calculated that out. I'm good at mathematics.
Well, I wouldn't think you're that good. It's not like you count all the digits on your hands and toes, hands and feet.
No.
Yeah. Does that mean that you can only count to?
Do the math. 2 toes missing.
I used to be good at football. Like
9.
You know, like when you do a kickoff, like a
9.
football kickoff, and you
So
have the
you
ball
can
sitting on
only
the ground.
count to 9.
I would do it barefoot, and I would run up. It was like a secret play. Like I'd run up and go to kick the ball, and just grab it with that foot, and then just like roll it over until it was 10 yards, and then our team could jump on it. It was pretty tight.
Do you ever go to the beach, take your shoes off just to fuck with people who like look
just to
at
fuck
feet?
people.
Am I coined right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I got the black box thing.
Oh, you did it again.
Yep.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. It has recovered before, though.
Well, should we wrap it up?
We could wrap it up since I'm coined.
In a nutshell, King Nothing prefers almonds.
Walnut.
And funny stories about parental abuse.
Thank you for
That's our
having
guy.
me.
Yay, King Nothing.
King Nothing.
The king
Thank
of
you for
the
being on the
theater.
show.
The king of the unknown king of all. There he is.
Yay.
There
And
he
next
is.
week,
Miss America.
talk about next week since nobody can see me
Well,
waving
next
my
week
hands
we
around and
have
stuff.
been Binge Nation. We are reviewing Princess Bride and Hook.
Yay!
Fantastic Robin Williams of the childhood, which my 10-year-old self loved.
King,
There you
I
go.
did have one more question for you.
Sure, why not?
Why can't you just admit
Fucking
that
movie.
practical magic
It is hard. I
is
love
a
every actress
great-
in that movie, but damn, was it it was so bad.
I had to ask.
You know what? If they would have followed their own story, I think I would have enjoyed it. And the way the guy died was so dumb. I'm gonna stand in the street. Look at Clark coming.
And one blue eye and one green
Which
eye
didn't
only
happen.
in that one scene. Mm-hmm. Okay. I wanted to see if you were ready to admit it yet, but apparently
I
you
purposely
have
left
not
it
yet.
out of the conversation
know-
just for you.
that is something your 30-year in the future self would have told you, is that Practical Magic truly is a magical, wonderful movie.
I think I might have to watch it without the sound on.
Oh.
Good night, everybody. I'm
Good
going,
night.
so I'm going to hop out of here. Thank you, King Nothing. Thank you, Belligerent. And don't forget to join us on Thursday night. Comedy Night in the Metaverse is back, right?
Yes, this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yay.
Yay.
Thursday.
All right. I'm tired of being a
Wait,
coin. Good night, everybody.
Bye.